Alright, so in this video we're going to add our scrolling effect, which has to do with some CSS animation and also a little bit of jQuery. And then we'll also have the effect where when we scroll down, the navbar will get a background so that we can see it even if it's over a white background. So let's open up our CSS file, or our less file rather, and we're going to go to the bottom, and we want to use our page scroll class. Now we want to set our transition property. So let's add, we're going to do WebKit transition property, and for that we're going to say WebKit transform transition, WebKit transition duration, we'll say 1 second, and then also we're going to add the Moz prefix as well for Firefox. Alright, now we need to go into our JavaScript. So JS, and we're going to create a new JavaScript file, and let's just call it main.js. Alright, and we'll open that up, but you want to make sure that we include it in our HTML. And we can do that at the bottom here. Alright, and then inside here we're going to do a little bit of jQuery, a couple lines. So if you don't know jQuery, don't be alarmed. And basically we're going to choose with our $, which represents the jQuery object. We want to get the class, or the element with the class that has the class of page scroll. And we want the link inside, so we want the A tag, and then we're going to call .bind, and what we're going to do is bind to a click event. We're going to call a function. Alright, and then in that function let's create a variable called anchor, and we're going to set that to the current object, which we can use this. Okay, so that's going to put the current object, which is going to be the link that we click on. Okay, anchor is going to represent that. Alright, and then what we want to do is jQuery HTML and body dot stop inside, well actually we're going to do stop dot animate, let's see, animate, and then inside here we want to pass in some parameters. We want to pass in scroll top, and we're going to set that to the anchor. So anchor dot attribute, and we want the href attribute because that's where we have the actual section that we want it to scroll to. Alright, so we're going to say href dot offset from the top. So basically we need to find the position that it's in. And let's see, So we have dot animate. This ends here. All right, so after this curly brace, we need a comma, and we want to pass in the time. Let's say 1500. That's milliseconds. And then we want the transition effect, which is going to be ease in expo. Okay, and that we can end that here. And then the last thing we want to do is just prevent the link from going to wherever it's going. We can use event.prevent default. All right, so hopefully we'll cross our fingers, hope that works. So reload, and we'll go ahead and click on who are we. All right, so it looks like something's off. So I'm going to open up the console. Undefined is not a function. That's not giving us much. Actually, this is supposed to be ease in out expo, but I don't know if that's the problem. Or maybe it is. Undefined is not a function. Oh, actually, we didn't include the easing JavaScript file. We have a JavaScript file we need to include for the easing effect. So let me just grab that real quick and paste that in. I can't believe I forgot that. So I'm going to put this right above the main.js. Okay, so you just want to use this Cloudflare CDN. Okay, you'll save, and hopefully this works. There we go. Okay, now you can see that we can't see the navigation. It is there. But so what we want to do is when we scroll down, we want a black background to appear behind the navigation so we can see it. All right, and that's just some simple JavaScript. So just going to go right above this. All right, and let's see, we're going to, same thing, we're going to call a function. And what we're going to do is we're going to create an if statement or an if-else statement. All right, and actually, I'm sorry, this shouldn't be function. We need to actually wrap. Let me just start this over. We want window dot scroll. All right, so when the window scrolls, we want the function to run. All right, and that will have an if else. Okay, so we're going to say if jQuery, and it's the Navbar class that we want to grab. So Navbar dot offset dot top is greater than 50, okay, which is the height of the navbar. Then we're going to get the dot navbar fixed top, and we want to add a class. Okay, we want to add that top nav collapse class that we created in our CSS. All right, else then we want to remove the class. So I'm just going to copy that, and we're going to change add class to remove class. Okay, so very, very simple. Save it, and now if we reload and scroll down, all right, so it's not working. So Navbar. Let me just make sure we actually put the class. Alright, so let's see. We have top nav collapse, background color dark. Top nav collapse. Navbar fixed top. Do we have that? Yeah, we have that right here. Oh, in these add and remove class, we shouldn't have this this dot. So let's try that. There we go. Okay, so as we scroll down, you can see now we have the navigation bar has a dark background, so we can always see it. And when we get back to the top, it disappears. Okay, so that's the effect that we were looking for. Alright, so we are done. It's a nice little one-page template. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the chapter, and I will see you in the next one.